It recently dawned on me that I was addicted to money and it cost me everything. So if you know me personally, you'll know that I was never actually a money person, and when I was in school and all, I don't actually talk about money or even care about money too much. I grew up in a middle income family and I think I was quite lucky. My parents grew up poor, but they struggled to work as hard as they could so that they can put food on the table and sort of give me and my brother everything that we wanted in our lives. So I was quite blessed and fortunate that I was able to afford most of the things that I really wanted in my life. And I told myself this, that next time when I am working, if I can earn a $5,000 to $6,000 salary, like that's like the maximum that I can earn, I'll be really, really happy already. Because, you know, back then I knew I was going to become a physio and all, and the general consensus is that physios don't really earn that much, so it's no point having such high expectations anyway. So if I can slowly climb the ranks, I can reach a 5 to 6k salary, I'll be happy enough living on that salary in Singapore all the way until I retire. And then that's when I transitioned into going to becoming a private physio, and then I realized that I got a couple of pay bumps along the way, and you know, we earn commission based on the number of patients that you see every single month. So the harder you work, the more patients you can retain, the more patients you are seeing, the more money that you are actually earning on a monthly basis. And I was very lucky to get into this position where I was earning more than $10,000 a month. But yet I was still quite unsatisfied. I wouldn't say that I'm unhappy because I was able to buy most of the things that I wanted to buy, other than what business class, first class tickets to Japan and all the other places. But putting those things aside, the big luxury items, I could afford almost anything that I wanted to eat or drink or whatever that I wanted to bring home, which is not much because I'm quite a minimalist. But I caught myself thinking about this. If I could earn $20,000 a month, then I'll be happy. Which is ridiculous, right? I have out-earned what I wanted to earn in the past, which is almost double what I wanted to earn. I told myself 5 to 6k, but now I'm earning more than 10,000, and yet I was still unsatisfied with my life. Like, where do you find that enough? Where do you draw the line and tell yourself that, okay, I'm satisfied, this is what I'm happy with, and that's where I can move on from there? Because we all have this misconception is that, oh, if you are satisfied, if you just make do and you settle here, then you'll never have any more progress in your life. And I don't quite subscribe to that, because what's wrong with being satisfied? What's wrong with enjoying yourself? You know, like if you're having a meal, every bite should be flavorful and enjoyable, and you should enjoy yourself along the way. Do you only enjoy your meal when you finish the meal? That makes no sense, right? You should be enjoying yourself along the way and also improving along your life so that you can get to the end of the meal. Yeah, but I did realize that I had the money, I had financial freedom to some extent, but I didn't have too much time and I didn't have too much mental health. And that was when I wanted to really escape from the whole situation, because I couldn't quite get out of a high-paying job. Nobody would want to get out of a high-paying job, right? Because it secures your financial security and freedom for a long period of time. And I really wanted a way out because I had no mental space to really do anything too much, and that was how I created my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel was birthed out of desperation because I really wanted to get super successful at my YouTube channel, make sure that the YouTube channel like this reaches millions of people, thousands, hundreds and thousands of people, like Ali Abdal, Gary Vee, you know, be able to inspire and motivate people, and you know, I'll just get a lot of AdSense, sponsorships and stuff like that, and I can quit my job easily again. If you've been watching my channel. Yeah, it didn't happen like that, but I started spending a lot of time on this channel, and I started to pour every living hour that I had into this channel for the last 1 to 2 years. As you guys can see, if you scroll back on my YouTube channel, you'll see that I'm really, really consistent. I'm a very consistent person. I do a couple of things in my life only, and I do them consistently on repeat. I eat the same things, I work out, I go to work, I spend time with my girlfriend and my family, and that's about it. And YouTube. I forgot about YouTube. YouTube's one of the biggest things as well. So I remembered spending so much time on YouTube and my work. So it was only juggling these two things. The whole day would be spent at work. I'll be seeing patients the whole day. The moment I get home, I'll just be eating my dinner, cooking my dinner, and then after that, I'm just going to chill for a while, and then I'm going to be back at YouTube. Anytime I have in between breaks, lunch breaks and stuff like that, I'm also working on YouTube. Weekends as well, I'm also working on YouTube. And that really affected my mental health and social life, because I felt this need to be productive all the time. If I was slacking off or resting or just chilling, I felt guilty. I felt like I didn't deserve to take a break because, this is what people say, right? You need to grind, you need to work hard, you need to sacrifice, you need to do all these things to achieve success. And I don't know whether it's worth it, but I ended up pushing away a lot of friends. I declined a lot of meetings with people. The moment somebody asks me for a meeting, my brain automatically switches to the mode of, do I like this person? Is this person worth it? Will I walk away from this meeting fulfilled? The chances are of hitting yes for all these three questions is probably very, very low, because at that time, my mental headspace was that I needed to make this work and I couldn't spare any time to waste on any other people. And even when I occasionally accepted the meetings to go and meet my friends, then sometimes I would just be stuck there thinking, oh, what pointless conversations we are having, or we are just gossiping with someone else, and then my mind is just stuck on work. So if any of my friends are watching, I'm so sorry to tell you that if you met me in the last like 1 to 2 years or so, my mind or my heart may not be totally in it when I was meeting you, and I'm sorry for that. It wasn't my intention to do that, but I unknowingly spiraled into a point where I was just so addicted to making money and addicted to being productive that I pushed everyone away, and I felt like I needed to sacrifice so much in order to get this done. I was impatient and I wanted everything to come so quickly as well. That was also probably why I got so into the money type of things, the investing, the side hustles and things, because I really wanted to earn as much money as possible to get myself out of this hole that I've dug for myself, right? Because in order to earn that $10,000 a month to sustain my lifestyle, I don't spend so much money, but when you hit that amount of money, you'll find a little bit of anxiety if you cannot maintain that same amount of money coming into your bank account every month, because you feel like you're regressing. So I spent all this time trying to find all these ways to earn money so that it can one day replace my income, so that I can lightly cut some hours at my work, or I can quit my job entirely to really pursue something else that I was really interested in. Unlikely to happen because I still like physio to some extent. I do like treating patients. I do like the fulfillment where you're making a difference in someone's life and you're earning money through it. It's, very little things in life are that enjoyable, and when your job gives you that kind of fulfillment, it's really quite irreplaceable. But with that being said, working the whole freaking day, I'm seeing like 10 patients a day, that makes me unhappy, and I want to change that ASAP if I can, through my YouTube channel and through investing and all these other means. But one of these life-changing moments came about when one day I was on leave and I was just having lunch with my mom, and I just realized that it was actually so nice to just sit there, not have to think about doing anything, and just listen to her talk about her life, her retirement plans, what she plans to do after she retired, and what she's currently doing right now. And I just wish I had more time like that to spend with her. And then she said this one thing that kind of broke my heart a little bit, when she said, sometimes when I'm talking to you, I don't know whether you are listening, or I don't know whether I'm catching you at the right time where you can talk to me, or you have the time to talk to me. And as a son, that really hit me quite a bit, and I didn't quite know how to feel. I felt like I had kind of like let her down a little bit, especially since I was using the excuse that I was earning all this money to help my family, for myself, or to provide for my family. But deep down, I was finding it as an excuse, right? Saying this kind of, makes me a bit teary, but let's kind of power through it a little bit. But we use this excuse of making money for our parents, our family and stuff. But the truth is, yes, money is important. You need to be earning enough money to sustain your life, your family's life, and provide them a certain level of comfort and security in their life. But beyond that, your parents, your children, they don't care about how much money you're making after that, All that is for your own personal fulfillment. And they just want your love, your attention, and your concern for them. And they just want to be heard, They just want you to spend time with them. So enough with all this nonsense that I'm earning money for my family, because the truth is I'm just doing it for myself. But of course, with that being said, money is still really, really important. Being able to get to a certain amount of income that I am at the current age that I am, which is 31 years old, is a very, very lucky and fortunate and blessed thing where, I can go for good vacations, I can pay for spontaneous expenses like my friends' birthdays, my girlfriend's birthday, my family's birthday, all these kind of things. I can pay for it, right? I can do a lot of spontaneous things without thinking too much. I will also know that I will have a good amount of retirement money in the future where I can sustain myself even if I stop working. Almost impossible because I'm going to be working on my YouTube channel for a long, long time. But with that being said, money has a lot of good uses, but don't let money consume you like how it did with my life, You need a certain amount of money in order to have security in your life. And that's why I talk so much about investment, retirement, finding side hustles, and finding different ways to replace your full-time job. But don't let it derail you from what's truly important in life, which is your health and also your relationships. Your relationship with your loved ones, with your friends and stuff like that. Don't push them away because you prioritize money too much. I'm not saying don't prioritize money, but just remember to add a little bit of balance in it. You might be in a phase where you're balancing your family, you're a young parent, you need to take care of your parents and stuff like that. That's fine, your friends will understand it. It's a phase of life where, you're just prioritizing your own needs on top of everyone else's. But don't forget to come back to what's really important, which is your relationships and also your health, where you're taking care of what you eat, you're taking care of how much you exercise, and taking care of how much you sleep, and also how much stress that's coming into your mind. I cannot tell you how many of my patients come in every single day as me working as a physiotherapist. They come in with so much pain because they're sacrificing their health in order to work as hard as possible to earn money, so that they use that money to buy back their health again, which is impossible because once you've kind of lost the health to some extent, it's really, really difficult to turn back time again, because things don't work that way. Moving forward, I'm going to put a little bit more effort into maintaining my relationships. I've been spending a bit more time with my friends, having dinners with my parents and stuff, and I really want to balance things a little bit better. I'm still learning along the way and I'm still improving, but hopefully I'll get better and better at it, and hopefully you guys get better and better at it as well. Yes, hopefully that gives you a little bit more insight on why I'm addicted to money, and hopefully it doesn't get you addicted to money as well. Or if you're already addicted to money, please snap out of it. Quickly get over this phase of life, or rather struggle through this phase of life and get back on track on what's really, really important to you. But if you enjoyed this video here, then you probably enjoyed this video here on the Longbridge Singapore app tutorial for beginners. Thanks for watching, have an amazing day as usual, and I'll see you guys in the next few videos. Bye bye.